house with the rhythm in the bay, we wild. Beat after beat, we gon' drive you wild. Heart of the streets where legends grow. Feel that fire, let the beats unfold. Golden Gate dreams in the West Coast flow. Living life fast, but we take it slow. Every pulse is like thunder in the night. Ride the wave and take it to new heights. Beat after beat, vibes don't stop. Turn the city on, feel the bass drop. Bay Area legends, we're top notch. Hip-hop kings, let the beats knock. From the corners of Oakland to the streets of Frisco, this our turf and the beats don't miss.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Welcome to another exotic snack reaction with your host, Beat After Beat. Daddy's home. We have a special guest this afternoon. Thomas Merriman will be presenting his side of the exotic chips this afternoon. He'll be giving his reaction on the chips that he has. So please stay tuned for that. Special guest, Thomas Merriman. And we are live. This is Beat After Beat. Good to see everyone. Going to chat. Tom Baker is in the house. Good to see you. Can everyone hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if everyone can hear me. I appreciate that. Paulette, good to see you. Happy weekend. Tom Baker's in the house. Fun. Check 99. Good to see you. Much love. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. I appreciate it. Doing pretty good over here. Paulette, thank you for showing up. We got some exotic snack reactions going on this afternoon. It's black and scary. Oh, you mean my backdrop? Yeah, that's my backdrop. Rather expensive. E, good to see you. Much love. It's been a minute. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. Please hit the like button on the way in and on the way out. I would appreciate it. Please share out this video. This is Exotic Snack Reactions with your host, Beat After Beat. That's right, Fawn. Hit the like button. Izzy Pop, much love. This show is also sponsored by Scully Pop. Go check out Scully Pop. Give him some love. He is, he purchased the bag of chips. He made a Cash App donation. And this edition of Exotic Snack Reactions is sponsored by Scully Pop. Thank you, Scully Pop, for Cash App donation to make this show possible. So everyone go check out Scully Pop, give him some love. In the meantime, we have a special guest. Oracle's, much love, another supporter of Beat After Beat. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for showing up. Wow. I always got a crowd. Good to see everyone. Much love to all of you. Again, we have a special guest, Thomas Merriman. He is backstage. He is ready to rock and roll up here and do his side of the Exotic Snack Reaction Challenge. No, I don't sing. Good to see everyone. All right, 56 rocking degrees here and sunny in the Motor City, 56 degrees. And we are live this afternoon, this Saturday afternoon. Please lick that bell on the way in and on the way out so you get notifications of upcoming Beat After Beat shows. All right. Okay, well, We are set. We are live. 8 people in the house on this Saturday afternoon. Appreciate you. All right, we're not going to waste any time around here today. And Adrian licked my bell, so I appreciate that. You gotta lick my bell if you want notifications. So we're gonna bring up Thomas Merriman for the exotic snack reaction. He is ready to rock and roll. Nice hair. Yes, it is the house of hair. Yeah, you know, that's what Pantene does, you know. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I try to look the best and smell the best for you guys when I go live. You can go live streaming with We Sing apps. Oh, I don't know. I can't sing. Oracle, I can't sing. Nice hair right off the bat. That's what I get. That's what I get. I get out of the shower. I use Pantene. And then I go live, and everyone likes my hair. So I appreciate that, you know. All right, enough of that. We're going to bring up Thomas Merriman. He's ready to rock and roll. Let's bring him up. Special guest.
How do I sound?
Everyone put a 1 in the chat if you can hear.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Thomas and I.
Getting ready to eat chips.
Is the music too loud in the back, Thomas?
No, sounds good to me.
Everyone put a 1 in the chat if you can hear Thomas Merriman.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear Thomas.
I wish I knew the words to this. I'd sing along.
All right, we got a confirmation 1. We got 1s in the chat. We can hear Thomas.
Now, is there anyone who can hear me out there but wish they couldn't? Put a 3 in the chat.
Put a 3 in the chat.
So first I'd like to say thank you for letting me invite myself onto your show today. Because it was the last week we were doing something and it was a stream of consciousness. I just thought of the idea and then decided I'm going to invite myself on your show. And graciously, you let me through. Sadly, I had an issue. I don't have any fancy chip stores around here, so I had to mail away. And I bought the proper bag and they sent the wrong bag. So this is the closest I can come. It's called Numb and Spicy Hot Pot Flavor. So this should make me sick anyways, even though it's not exactly what you have. Can you read it? Even upside down? Thank you. So if I run out of the room, that's because these chips are making me sick.
Did you bring water with you or soda or something? There you go. You're ready to rock.
I learned from the master.
So let's see. All right. Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, cakes. There we go. Okay, we're back. So, what tip, what is your choice of your exotic snack today? What's your choice?
Right. Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's these, they're called Numb and Spicy Hot Pot Flavor. And the pictures promise to be hot.
Oh boy, here we go.
Which is indicated by the, I think, salsa. And then some of these words over here. Numb, I'm a little afraid of. Spicy, certainly. Hot pot, I have no idea what that means. and flavor. I know what that means. How are we going to do this? Are you going to put one in your mouth and chew, and then I'm going to put one, or are you going to eat the whole bag and then send it over to me?
Let's see. Yeah.
Are we
Well,
gonna duel and see which one of us gets sick first?
no. So my exotic snack reaction is going to be the red pepper Lay's potato chip. The red pepper. And, again, nice artwork going on. Cannot read anything about it, but we got red pepper from the Orient today. Again, this show is pretty much sponsored by Scully Pop. He made a donation for these bag of chips, so this goes out to Scully Pop. Everyone go out there and give him some love. Before this, Thomas Merriman has made several Cash App donations for my past shows, so please watch the past shows. And those, I can thank Thomas Merriman for making Cash App donations for the previous shows. And go check out his channel, Thomas Merriman. And it's Thomas Merriman and today's Scully Pop. Well, there we go on that. Fire extinguisher. Yeah. I already took a shower. You don't need to hose me down again, please. You got milk beet? No, I got water. Okay. So we're going to bring Thomas back up here. Back. Keep doing that. There we go. So, I'm warning you right now, Thomas, you're going to need a pair of scissors to open these bags. They're very tough. They're really tough. Yeah, it's a good deal. You can't open these. These are very hard to open. They're very tough. Well, just let you know. And if you appreciate the artwork, keep the bags. I've kept all my bags. I appreciate the artwork more than anything.
They do a good job. I don't. What do you think this minus 50 on here? You've got the same thing on your bag. What does that mean?
That's 50%. It's an ingredient. It's an ingredient. It's 50% less. 50% less something. 50% less sugar. 50% less something.
Okay, that'll be interesting when I'm explaining it to the doctor later today. I'll say, I don't know what's in there, but it's 50% less.
D is for Vinco. Vinco, good to see you. Vinco. All right. Okay, yeah, 50% sugar, 50% less, or 50% less bag chips in the bag.
That, I believe, although it would probably be a number like 75.
75, 50%. Hey, they're right. It goes like right up to here. That's 50% of the bag right there. They're right.
Especially now with the tariffs, you're going to see about 10% left.
Oh my God. Okay. So you and I both got, you haven't tried these and I haven't tried yours.
Listen, I tried. I mean,
but
that's what happens in the mail.
If it says numb on there, I think I could use it for my chronic pain syndrome.
I have a feeling it's numb in a bad way.
Numb in a bad way.
Hopefully, it's not numb nuts.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my bag open on the very top like I do. These are tough bags. You can't open them with your hands. You can't. Boom. And there you go. In your face. 50% less. There you go. 50% less. You can go ahead and open your bag. No, I'll wait.
All right. I'm going to try and do it with my fingers. Let's see. You ready?
Uh-oh.
I did it.
Oh yeah, right,
I don't
right,
need
right,
scissors.
right. Okay.
Oh, see if you can see this or not.
Oh, hold on.
See.
Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry again.
There we go. Yeah, 50% less than you thought there'd be in there. I probably should show the back. I never did that. If any of you are UPC collectors, and also QR codes, there you go. And the nutrition back there, good luck figuring that out.
Bag of air. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, coincidentally, once I'm finished here, I will be selling this bag of air. So I'll take bids.
Yeah, bids. Rip off. Okay. All right, so we both got our bags open, and we got our water going. 7 people in the house. 16 minutes into the show. Exotic snack reaction. If you would like to see more exotic snack reactions here at Beat After Beat, I have Cash App in the chat, pinned in the chat, as well as in the description. If you'd like to see further exotic snack reactions, such as this evening's reaction, I appreciate it. All proceeds go to bags like this, shows like this. You guys keep this, keep it going over here. I can't do it without you. So please make a donate. I don't care if it's $1 or $2, $5, $10, whatever it costs. If you got it, please make a donation. It'll help definitely going, because these chips are $6 a bag. So over here, we're kind of low income over here. So I appreciate it. Now Thomas so far has made the most donations, and I was able to cover almost at least 20 shows between what the money I had and the money that Thomas had. I was able to get at least 20 shows of exotic snacks. So he's the biggest contributor to this show, hands down.
Well, I'd like you to consider I'll donate enough money so you can get one of these boxes sent to you, and that way we would be synchronized. But that would also mean that I'm going to be on your show a lot more. So think that over and tell me if you like that idea or not. And you can say no. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
No, I know. Well, other people, yeah. Well, we got other people have made donations too, and I have a box here.
Ooh.
Okay.
What do you got in there? I hope it's the same as I have.
And this is from. Let's see. Oops. This is from Galactic Snacks. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can.
Online Galactic Snacks. They wanted $10 for shipping for 2 bags of chips.
Crazy. That's what's great about Amazon Prime, is that shipping is free.
So we have Adrian Carpenter made a donation for a bag of chips in here, and Asian Produce. Her name is Woodward Asian. She's one of my supporters here on the channel. Her name is Asian Produce Woodward. Let me look her up real quick. And I can thank her too for, she made a $10 donation. But I didn't realize, they wanted $10 for shipping. So there goes Woodward's money. Um,
Let me ask you, are you going to open that box so we can see today, or are you going to keep us hanging?
one of the bags is already scheduled on my channel. It's already
I
go,
saw that.
and that is squid.
I think I'll pass on that one.
Um, let's see here. Let me pull her up real quick. I think it's Asian. ASI. Asian produce. Asian produce. Woodward. Woodward. You can thank Woodward, Asian Produce. Go check her out. She made a Cash App donation of $10 going towards the next round of chips. So thank you so much, Woodward Asian Produce. Big shout out to Woodward Asian Produce. Thank you so much. So there you go on her. She's one of my big supporters here on this channel. So Woodward Asian Produce and Adrian Carpenter came up with this order here. Now, before we begin, I don't want to keep you guys hanging. We're going to open up this box. And we're going to see the previews of the next shows. So, I hope I'm doing okay with Thomas and everybody in the chat.
I think you're fantastic.
Those chips are high priced. They're gold. Thank you, Thomas. Must have used those golden potatoes to make those. Our heroes. All right, I'm going to open this up. Okay, this is from Galactic Snacks. I don't know if you ran into them online, Thomas, but beware, they want $10 off the bat for delivery.
Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't have been possible without the free shipping, because that's 2 bags right there.
Yeah, let's see. All right, so I guess we're gonna do an unboxing too, on top of everything else. 2 brave men. I feel like I'm in that movie, Saving Private Ryan right now.
Which one are you?
Tom Hanks.
Might as well. All right, I'll be. What's that other guy? Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. All right.
I'll be Ryan.
Okay, you be Ryan. All right. This show is going to be amazing today, Adrian. All right, so we're going to do an unboxing also. We're going to go solo. So this is from Galactic Snacks Online. This is also an exotic snack reaction donation from Asian Produce Woodward and Adrian Carpenter. So we're going to open this up, this package, see what we got for upcoming shows. Sorry, I got you backstage again. Oh, wow, fancy. Check this out.
That's nice.
I don't know if you can read that.
Thank you for supporting our small business.
And then I'm backwards over here. I don't know if you guys can see it.
It looks can you hear me when I'm backstage?
Yeah.
I can read it perfectly. That's the reason why I didn't complain about getting sent the wrong chips. I also got, this box came from a small business. So I'm assuming they just made a mistake or they were out of the other chips. So I didn't make a stink. I'll just live with it. But it was because they were a small business.
Okay, and there's the order. The order I put in from Galactic Snacks. So we did get the squid flavored chips for the upcoming show. Again, Adrian Carpenter and Asian Produce Woodward made this happen today. So we got squid, which is already scheduled on the next round here. So we got squid, and as a surprise, a little something different, we have steak flavored Cheetos.
Ooh.
Steak flavored Cheetos, everybody. Ryan, good to see you. Much love. I hope you're having a good weekend. So we got Cheetos steak flavor also coming up. So the box is empty. That was 2 orders, and that was $17 altogether with the shipping. $17 right there. Couldn't have done it without Adrian Carpenter and Asian Produce Woodward. So thank you for the Cash App donation to make upcoming shows possible here. So that is the unboxing. And yeah, everyone go check out Woodward Asian Produce. Check her out, give her some love. Tell her Beat After Beat sent you over there. We'll bring you back Thomas. And
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say Asian Produce and Adrian Carpenter. It's a little wordy. Can you just switch it to
it's actually Woodward.
Asian Carpenter?
Asian Carpenter. Actually, it's Woodward Asian Produce. And she has brought me hundreds of subscribers over to my channel in the last few months. Last 4 months, she has brought me probably 300-400 subs over here.
Good person to know.
I'm missing out on the chat. So we did an unboxing of uncut. We did an unboxing of upcoming shows. I did not schedule myself for the Cheetos steak flavored yet. But let me catch up to the chat. Awesome beat. Okay. I hope you didn't eat anything before the show, Thomas. Are you ready to chow down?
Yeah, I'm ready. I had a little breakfast, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I had cereal with bananas and a cup of coffee. This show is going to be amazing today. All right. All right, so we got Woodward Asian Produce, Adrian Carpenter for the upcoming shows. We got Scully Pop he made his donation for this show today. And Thomas Merriman has made countless donations for previous shows of mine, so I appreciate that. Everyone appreciates that. Everyone loves the exotic snack reactions going on over here. I think all you guys can relate more to the exotic snacks than the music I have. So.
Oh, I don't know that that's true.
But
it's all good.
Here we go. Yeah. Tell Scully that she's good friends. Lizzie Pop is works with Scully Pop. They're a team. They work together. They're a team. I think she does all the graphics for his show, the skeletons and everything, the dancing skeletons, and I think she does all the graphics for him.
It's nice to have a partner.
Yeah. All right. You got your water. You need some? You might need a glass of milk.
I don't have any milk. I don't drink it, so.
Okay.
I don't have any.
All right. What else can you use? What you got? Anything? Any kind of candy or something to soothe your throat?
Well, I have this peach candy that I got for free in the box, and I have some of this screen cleaning spray that might help numb my throat, and a USB drive in case things get really crazy.
Okay, so ice water it is. All right, so you're my special guest, so I'm going to give you the honors. I'm going to put you on the big screen in the show, and the show is going to be yours.
All right, so I'm just going to bite one, and then I'll give you my reaction, and then, or do you want me to eat the whole bag?
We eat the whole bag around here.
Oh, so you want me to just chow away?
I don't want you to get sick. Caution everybody. Thomas might throw up all over the monitor, so we have Windex and paper towel on standby. And
but not only that, be prepared. There is no way I'm going to be able to eat this entire bag with the medicine that I'm on. So I'm going to eat as many as I can, but I'll give you one of these when I really am finished.
A little at a time. We're not gonna force you to eat the whole bag. I'm a pig. I'll eat the whole thing. I'll take your bag too.
Well, I mean, listen, I would if I could.
All right, we're gonna put you on the screen. Everyone, welcome Thomas Merriman, special guest on the Beat After Beat Exact Snack Reaction. Saturday afternoon, 56 rocking degrees here in the Motor City, Chesterfield, Michigan. Good to see everyone. And we're going to put you on the screen, and the show is yours.
All right. It's going to be exciting. And I apologize if you're going to see some crazy crunching or hearing it. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh my God, that's gross. Okay. These taste like shit. I once licked a leather boot, and this is what it tastes like. Wow, that's gross. Not that hot though. The heat is kind of a letdown. Oh boy. Oh, it's giving me a runny nose, though. Wow, that is so gross. You put it in your mouth, and there's almost like a sweet flavor, but then it quickly turns to death. It does? Oh, give it a try. Sort of the opposite of fire. And the runny nose wouldn't even be that bad. It's this awful, awful taste. I'm not even sure what that flavor is. What is the picture on here? I thought that was salsa, but there may be something else going on in there. Are those? I see the red stuff. Maybe it could be peppers or tomatoes, but what is that? A snake? Or I don't know, some kind of insect? Looks like there's a starfish on one. Boy, every time I show you the bag, that means I'm stalling for my next piece of medicine. Okay. So I found a hack. Put the chip in your mouth, start eating immediately, chew on both sides of your mouth, don't let it touch your tongue. Yeah, now we're rocking. Boy, that's terrible. Wish I could put my finger on exactly what that was. I'm sorry if I'm too crunchy. Anybody seen that news report where eventually they all want us eating bugs? I can't be the only one that saw that. Crickets or something? Ugh. Wow. All my complaining about the mostly empty bag, I'm sorry I said that. You know, these would be good if it wasn't for the flavor on the chip, if it was just the chip. And that heat is now starting to make itself known. You did see the bug thing. Yeah, isn't that weird? Oh. Ooh-wee. All right, well, thanks for letting me play. No moss. I can't eat anymore. It's starting to hurt my stomach.
Okay.
I'm just not made. I'm not made for the chip challenge, obviously.
Oh yeah, you gotta give yourself a break. You just keep. If you work on it every week, you'll get used to it. You got to keep working on it.
That is terrible.
What flavors did you taste? Did you taste any tomato?
There is a hint of tomato. There is some spice once you start multiplying the chips, but there is a taste in there that it's just bad, and it gives you a feeling of misery and
Misery.
wishing you were doing anything else. I mean, that is really. It's hard to articulate because I don't have a reference for whatever that is, other than it's very negative.
So that bag I've ignored for months going into the smoke shop. That bag that I ignored it. I always passed it by and got.
Thank you for saying that after I ate them. You're a funny guy.
I really did ignore them. I just passed by those chips.
Keep going by there. Ooh-wee. Oh.
Everyone's saying great job. You did a good. You're savage. Definitely savage.
Sorry, I couldn't eat the whole thing. I didn't even know that was part of it. I thought it was more of a reaction. Now that I think about it, yeah, you do eat the whole bag. I bow to you, sir, the king.
You tell me to lick the bag.
Well, I'm just messing around.
Oh, no problem. If you want to go back to them and finish them off, on the show, at least you accomplished that whole bag. You made it.
Well, I don't know. Did I ever mention that I drove a school bus for a while?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
So I did. And I used to have you had to wear the vest and it had pockets and stuff. And I would always have, because they're long driving. You're driving for about 8 hours a day if you added it up. And I would have a couple of butterscotch candies in my, whatever you call these pocket things on here. Well, so somehow the little kids could see through the pockets or whatever. So they would all run onto the bus. I had to stand. Anytime anybody was coming on, I had to stand and sort of tower over and make sure everybody was no nonsense. They saw those candies. They would all bum rush into the bus and start picking my pockets. And no matter what I did, they wouldn't stop picking my pockets until they were empty. I was at a flea market. Bag that were tomato candies. They tasted terrible. They tasted like dirt. So I put those in my pocket one day, and as they were taking them, I told them, "You don't want to eat that. It's no good." But kids, they're not going to give that up. I watched one after another just go and spit it on the floor. Guess who had to clean it up?
Bus driver.
So the moral of that story is don't mess around.
Wow. Yeah, I thought, going back to 1985, I was in the lunchroom. I was in 10th grade. And the first challenge some kid ever gave me in the lunch period, he says, "Hey, we're in the lunchroom. I'm only 16 years old, right? 17. He says, "I'll give you $5 if you lick that strawberry jelly off the floor in front of everybody." And I did. I put my books down and I licked it off. I had a crowd. And all the kids were around me and they were like, "Go, Gerald, go, Gerald, go, Gerald." And I licked it off the floor. And I think the lunch lady almost threw up. So that's another story.
So I have a variation of that story. I'm around people I work with. I would always challenge them to something ridiculous that I knew they wouldn't do for whatever. And I always threw out, "I'll give you $5. But the $5 was such a lower amount than anybody in their right mind would ever do it. Of course, they never did. And they always got insulted by the $5 offer. I had no takers.
Yeah, all of a sudden he gave me the $5, and I think he bought me a prize too. But I think I heard the lunch lady throwing up in the back of the kitchen.
And they see a lot of bad stuff back there in that kitchen, so it must have been bad.
Face to Ace, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. We got special guest Thomas Merriman. We're doing exotic snack reactions. And Thomas, hold up your bag and show them what you were eating.
There should be that little poison sign on there.
That's what Thomas was eating. I've never had those. I always walk past them.
Well, I tell you what, I'll give you $5 to eat a bag of these.
$5. You mean I don't have to lick the jelly off the floor?
Hey, listen, I'm not an animal. I wouldn't ask you to do that.
Well, I mean, we're only in 10th grade, right? What do
No. What I mean is, I wouldn't do that to you.
Look at this. What
I
is
have
it?
no problem with you licking the jelly off the floor.
Hey, that was in 1985, so.
What are you saying? You wouldn't do it today?
What, 40 years later? No.
Yeah, I mean, bring it all full circle.
Oh no, not a revision. No, a recap or something. I can't. If I get on the floor, I won't be able to get back up. 40 years later.
Maybe I can come up with an alternative. Let me think.
Oh man, so do you think you want to go back to those chips? I mean, this afternoon?
No, actually, what I would like to do is, I don't know if Sarah's going to watch this or not. She's busy. I would love to have her eat some.
Wow, yeah, maybe save the rest of them for her.
She's my daughter. As a parent, you sacrifice for your children. I think I will save the rest of those for her.
Jelly on the wall. I could do that. I could do the jelly on the wall. But yeah, 40 years later, I couldn't get off the floor.
I know exactly what you mean. By the way, is Boz in that chat? Can you see? I can't see it hardly.
No Boz is in the chat.
I did a little thing yesterday and Boz popped in. I didn't know he had some major surgery.
Oh, I did. Yeah, he'll be out for a couple of weeks.
I didn't know that. He said he was on the mend though, fine. So prayers out to you, Boz. He's a good guy.
Yeah, you, Boz, and Zuma's music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all three of you are really good music channels.
Yeah, Boz has got he does some really interesting stuff on there. I should say that vinyl channel. That's the name of it.
So we got 5 people in the house, 47 minutes into the show. Special guest Thomas Merriman, Saturday edition exotic snack reaction with your host Beat After Beat. Daddy's home.
The aftertaste is just punishing.
All right, I guess it's my turn. So here we go. So I'm gonna put myself on the big screen.
I can't wait.
Uh-oh, we got a question. I got a question. That is true. If you eat spicy food at age 80, can hang a damage of the stomach.
That's not really quite how it works. It's your system can't tolerate that stuff. So there are certain foods that, as the older you get, you just can't eat, and you got to pay attention to what time you're eating it too. Like I can't have like a spicy sausage pizza at 10 o'clock at night. You'll get punished. So I don't think there's a physical reaction to where your stomach is going to get an ulcer or something, but I don't know what happens to your system, but you get. That's why I don't know if you've ever been to a place where the clientele is really old and the food tastes like nothing. That is why.
Now, as you get older, you have to. Your body talks to you every day.
Sure does.
And as you get older, your body changes. The organs on the inside, they change. So you got to listen. You got to actually sit down in peace and quiet and just sit there, close your eyes and listen to your body and listen to what it actually talks to you. But as you get older, your body changes, the structure of your body changes.
And if you don't listen, you will be punished.
Yes. And like I used to eat 3 meals a day. I can only eat like 2 meals a day now. And I'm 57, And I noticed that I'm 57, going to be 58, and I noticed my body is changing its structural. I don't look like I did in 1985.
Well,
I,
I think you look great.
I appreciate it, but
I would not have even have guessed you were in your 50s.
I'm 57.
Especially you got that rock star hair. That is a beautiful head of hair.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I even you go to the principal's office, and
I think I might have been there once or twice. Yeah.
yeah, I was always sent to the principal's office. But on her desk, she has the little sign on the desk that says principal on it. The little thing. So if you're like late to my show, I am the principal and I am the rock star.
Yeah.
So I have my own principal sign, especially made for me. My sister,
go ahead.
Before my sister passed away, she had this made for me.
Oh, that's nice.
So, stainless steel. And so if you're late to my class, you got to see me right there. I am the principal. You're staying after school.
That's nice.
But that was the last thing my sister ever gave me. So, because I got my uncle, we have a bad stomach all the time. He went to the doctor and they told him no more spicy food.
That could also be a symptom of the life you led too, though.
Yeah, I look like his face to Ace's uncle for some reason.
Ace to base, could you put a picture in the chat of your uncle so we could see? All right. I feel bad that I didn't eat all those chips, so to all the Beat After Beat fans, I'm going to eat the peach candy.
That'll soothe
maybe
that's why they gave them to you. I think that's why they gave you those. To soothe your tongue. I think
there's not enough of those candies in the box to go through what I just did. And there's like 6 more bags.
Principal's
okay.
Office.
First blush tastes like nothing.
Face to Ace has got pictures of them on Facebook. Put in your Facebook link.
Yeah.
Face to Ace. Put in your link in the chat. Your Facebook link.
And if you can, do like a picture A, picture B, so we can compare. If you have the time.
Yeah, put your Facebook link in and we'll follow you over there.
Okay, so you chew it, it's like gum. And the center tastes like somebody left the vanilla out in the sun. Just bad. I wonder if they were laughing when they packed this box for me.
Nah. So is it soothing your mouth?
I mean, it is soaking up some of the remnants, but it's gross in its own way. I'm sorry I did that.
Yeah, face to Ace. Some people used to say I look like Vince Neil in that video. I have Vince Neil here in that video. Looks that kill. I was thinking Live Wire. Live Wire. I got Vince Neil here. Check out the Looks that Kill video, and I got Vince Neil here. definitely. Vince Neil.
I remember the first time I saw them was the US Festival.
Yeah, 83.
Hmm.
In Oakland, California? Was that Oakland?
I don't remember where it was, and I only saw clips. I think it was on MTV or something. I wasn't there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Shit, Quiet Riot was there. Triumph was there. Um, I think Berlin was there.
Were they? I like Berlin.
Or I think that was Missing Persons was there.
Missing Persons, although they did give us Warren Cucurullo.
You ever seen that movie? I had a VHS copy of Lunchbox. You ever seen that movie, Lunchbox?
No, who's in that?
Missing Persons, Warren Cucurullo. Really cheesy kind of.
It's a movie?
It's a movie. It's a pink VHS. It's a pink, and it's got a picture of a hot dog on it and a bus. I used to have a copy of that, and Missing Persons was in that movie. It was really cheesy. It was about some girls in running their own taco truck or something.
That sounds fantastic.
Taco stand or whatever. It came out in like 82 or 83, and Missing Persons was in that movie. I think it was Lunchbox. Very rare. Very rare.
I must have misspelled Lunchbox. It must be one word.
Real cheesy movie. That's something you should look into, that movie.
Yeah, I'm looking here. It doesn't... No.
Or put in Missing Persons movie.
Yeah, I'm looking on eBay. That must be very rare.
It was a pink box, and it had a hot dog on it.
What? The aftertaste of those chips is still there. Well, you should have held on to that. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it was in pretty good condition. It was a VHS tape. But
You owned the tape?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't easy to do back in the 80s.
But Missing Persons did Mental Hopscotch in that movie, and they did Walking in L.A. in that movie.
Okay, so there was a movie called The Lunchbox in 2013.
Nope, 1982 or 83.
The Lunchbox. This is really weird.
Maybe go under the biography of Missing Persons or discography, and usually they'll have a videography of the band or something. It'll say on the very bottom of the biography of any band.
It's on Wiki?
I believe so, yeah. So you might have to go to Missing Persons biography, and it's got to be there. But I had that when I was when I had my eBay store, when I had my record store, I had that. And I think I bought it off of eBay. And then I think I resold it. I don't know. I know it was lunch. It was lunch something. Lunchbox. Maybe it was lunch something else, but it was lunch. And they had a hot dog on it.
Well, let's see. I'll check IMDb because Wiki's not having it.
But it was like missing person's first appearance in a movie. Four people in the house, and Special Guest Merriman, Thomas Merriman, he just had his exotic snack reaction. And I am up next. Be scared free ad of that chip. Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna eat this. We're gonna eat the whole bag. We're gonna have the whole bag. Lunch break, lunch potato, lunch box. I swear it's lunch box.
Lunch wagon.
Lunch wagon, thank you. There you go. Bam. I had the VHS tape. That's it. Yep, the hot dog. Yep. That's it.
That photo is awfully suggestive.
Yeah, it was kind of it was a cheesy kind of sexy movie. But I had the VHS tape. Lunch wagon.
It's not crazy expensive. Although it is on the upper tier.
But if you want to see girls with tank tops on and no bras on and short shorts on, that's the movie to see.
Looks like the cheapest one is $25.
Well, if you're a collector of missing persons, then you should get it. Yeah, had it. Yeah, those were the days I had it. You never heard of that movie?
No. This one slipped by me. Hopefully I'll run into it someday.
Yeah, it's missing person's first appearance.
I mean, it does look cheesy. Problem is, when I'm looking for VHS, I like to be around $1 or $2. So what happens in that movie? What is the plot, if there is one?
I think these girls in their tank tops, and it's a movie based in Los Angeles. It was filmed in Los Angeles. But these girls get a taco truck or something and start their own business. It's about these sexy girls starting their own business.
So it's like a startup workplace comedy?
It's real cheesy. But missing persons is in it. And that's the only reason why you should get that movie.
So it's like Ghostbusters, but without the ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, look, somebody's got a beta copy.
Yeah. Yep.
Betamax.
Betamax.
All right, that's a good recommendation. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for that one.
That'll take you back to 1982.
This is a picture of the box this guy has. What do you think's going on there?
Yeah, right. Like I said, if you're a Missing Persons fan, you need that video. Yep, Lunch Wagon. Yep. That'll take you back to 82.
I like the movie Zapped. Did you ever see that with Scott Baio?
Yeah, I seen that. That was kind of cheesy too.
It is, but it's the right kind of cheese.
Yeah. So there you go, all you Missing Person fans out there. Lunchbox is the movie to get.
And what are they doing in the movie? They're just playing a song on stage, or
I
are they
think
buying hot dogs?
I think they're in a bar or something. But they played Mental Hopscotch and Walking in LA and a couple other songs. But real early stuff, Missing Persons. Real early stuff.
Well, I'm glad you told me about it. That's right up my alley.
All right, I guess it's my turn. We're at an hour, a little over an hour. And Thomas Merriman had his exotic snacks. If you just tuning in, please rewind and check out Thomas's reaction to his exotic chips. And we're going to go ahead and try mine. Tails, good to see you. They had great energy. Yep, Missing Persons. Tom Baker's in there. Tom Baker's in the house here.
Tommy boy.
All right, we're going to do my snack reaction. Red pepper chips from Asia. Go for it. Here we go.
Adrian says prayers.
All right. There you go. Red pepper from the Orient. Here we go.
Is it? Excuse me, before you take that first bite, is it Audrina or Adriana?
It's Adrian.
Adrian. So like Rocky. Okay.
Yes.
I have very poor reading skills.
Tails is like, look at Beat, he's eating that crap again. All right, here we go. You see, they look.
You have a question. Any bugs in it?
Oh yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I think I do see a bug. Is that a bug? I think I see a bug for sure.
I want to tell you, when we started this today, I had no idea we were getting into like a CSI episode.
What is that? That's what is that right there?
That discoloration, it looks like that chip got too close to the flame.
Right there. What is that?
Yeah. That's either it got too hot or cockroach excrement. Why don't you give it a taste? Tell us which one.
It's a little spicy and sweet. It's spicy and sweet, but I swear I thought that was a bug in here. So I noticed that some of the edges are burnt. Some of the potato chips are burnt on the edges.
Right. I bet that's what it is.
All right, we're working on it. So far, little burning sensation going on. Beat ain't afraid of no bugs. Yep, it's protein. It's like the alien signal. Don't come to this planet. Tasty, expensive bug. TWP, thanks for stopping in. Red pepper from Asia. So here we go. I don't mean to put you in the back, Thomas. I just don't know how to.
It's no problem at all. You're doing absolutely the right thing, in my opinion.
All right, so we're just munching on these. These are like Ruffles potato chips. So they're pretty thick. And they do got burn marks on them.
Can you articulate what you're tasting? Does it remind you of anything?
Well, it's got a burn to it. Definitely has a burn to it, a light burn, but it's also sweet too. But definitely it's got a red pepper burn to it. Maybe barbecued Ruffles, Ruffled barbecue chips, barbecue.
Well, I would say that's a good result then.
Not bad. It tastes like I'm having a barbecued Ruffle chip, but it has a burn to it. Definitely a burn to it. Really thick. Definitely a burn to it. Now here comes the water.
All right, there's our first lick the bag request. I think she's referring to the chip bag.
Yeah, I don't have any bags around here. I actually got rid of her. I got rid of that old bag. You see, here's a real burnt one. Look at that. This is burnt. They really burnt these.
Yeah, sometimes that's good.
It's definitely burnt. You will see Elvis sitting at the breakfast table. Definitely a burn. Definitely. Wheat burn, that's hot. After eating this, it's hallucinating Elvis.
I get that reference.
Yeah, me too.
Did anybody see that picture of supposedly Michael Jackson still alive in Mexico?
No.
unless it was doctored, it looked just like him.
I know they have a hologram of Michael Jackson and a hologram of Prince.
They do.
And they actually perform on stage.
Wow.
I've seen concert footage of a hologram of Michael Jackson, and there was thousands of people there.
I would go to that.
And I know they did Prince. But we're still eating red pepper chips from Asia.
Yeah, the picture of Michael Jackson looked just like him, only, let's be fair, he put on a couple of pounds, if you see that picture. He's kind of, once he got out of the spotlight, he's not keeping up with the sit-ups.
It is not a good idea to have a soda with this. It'll just make it hotter.
It looks like you're having a way better time than I had.
This will shoot up my blood sugar later on this evening, but I'm used to it. The spiciness, the powder will raise my blood sugar probably 20 points.
Is there sugar in those?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of sugar.
Really?
Every time I have an exotic snack,
Mm-hmm.
A few hours later, I'll check my blood sugar, and then I'll notice my blood sugar is 179, something like that.
What's it supposed to be?
130.
Oh boy.
So these chips do it every time. But like I said, I don't eat these every day. Just when people can donate to the show. Yeah, we're working on it. We're almost done.
Well, that's why you're the king.
Potato carbs. Yeah, carbs. Adrian, carbs. Potatoes. I don't know what's hotter, a red pepper or a green pepper. No, not a green pepper. It's got to be they are hot chili. They got these. Isn't it the chilies that are really hot in Mexico?
Yeah, there's like a Diablo chili.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. These got a burn to it, but don't drink a soda with it because it'll add on the intensity. Look at that. Look at that. Reds are hot. Okay. Yeah, you could use milk with them. You would have needed milk with these, Thomas, if you would have kept going.
Well, what I should have done is put some of that glue, like a Elmer's glue, over my tongue before I started.
I dropped one on the floor, people.
Oh, I don't know. You might be disqualified for that. I thought I was going to lose this challenge, but I'm thinking maybe we have to check the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Page 3, subparagraph 4A. If a chip falls on the ground, you immediately lose the challenge.
There you go, in your face. Look at that.
Wow. That was quite an ass kicking you gave me.
And we keep our bags around here. I want to hang these up in my kitchen, on my kitchen walls. So I appreciate the artwork Blaze provides. On a scale of 1 to 10 on the artwork, well, I give it a 8. I give it an 8 on the artwork. On the taste, scale of 1 to 10. You can definitely taste the burn every time you bite into these, but there's a sweetness also, but there's more of a burn. Just you can't get away from the burn.
Feel the burn.
Yeah. But
Well, send me that bag. I'll sign it and then send it back.
Oh, and the silver Sharpie?
I see a white part there on the back. I'll sign it there.
A silver Sharpie. I haven't signed autographs in a long time. Decades. So we got an 8 on the artwork. In the taste, you can't get away from the burn. Stay away from soda. Have some milk on hand. Water really won't do it either, but I don't have any milk with me today. I just have water.
Well, I would just like to say that the only winning move is not to play. War Games, 1983.
What's the name of that facility? W-O-A...
Whopper. That was the computer.
Yes, the computer.
They were at NORAD.
NORAD, yep.
That bag does have like a power station flavor to it.
Thanks for holding on there, Tom Baker. Yeah, so an 8 on the artwork and probably a 7 on the taste.
I'm going to give the taste, I'm going to give the artwork 6.5. And I'll say the taste is minus 6.5.
Mine is 6.5.
Well, thank you, Fawn. I know you're just being nice, but I got my ass kicked up the wall, outside, down the street, next town over.
And boys and girls, as a special bonus today, I can turn the camera around and I can show you my Maria licking her crotch.
Yeah!
Special bonus, I can turn the camera. He's licking her crotch on the bed, just like the sexy lady.
I can see it now.
Stop that, young
Lunch
lady.
Wagon 2.
Stop that, I'm live. You know how many thousands of people, how many millions of people can see you do that? She stopped. It's okay.
Probably the camera threat did it.
Where are we at here? Laugh my ass off. Yeah, Maria. Yeah, she's doing her Saturday lift the crotch. You're a little late this today, Maria. She's usually on schedule, licking the crotch going on.
Oh, we don't have any schedule here. They're freewheeling 24 hours a day here.
Oh, yeah. So what did I miss? Anything? We got 3 people in the house, an hour and 25 minutes in the show. And what did I miss? Anything? I think Tails is not feeling good.
Sorry to hear that,
Going
Tails.
back to bed, sick. Beat's gonna lick the bag after the chip is gone. We burn. Just catching up to the chat a little. You will see Elvis sitting in the breakfast table. So I'm not gonna give up the bag. It's a piece of artwork. I'm not gonna throw it away.
Well, it's a souvenir from one of the most lopsided victory/loss in the history of humankind.
And I'll be getting a certificate after this show, a milestone. This channel has just hit another milestone today. This is my it's my 300th live video I've ever done.
I'm honored. Thank you for letting me be a small part of it.
So yeah, you are. Your number. Yeah, this show is 300. I have reached 300 videos.
That's an amazing record.
It's nothing. It really isn't nothing because there's YouTubers that got thousands and thousands of videos.
Some of them. And it depends on what content they're putting out too. But there are also thousands who start and give up quickly and never go back. So you beat the odds.
Well, this will be my 8th year. July 2nd will be 8 years I've done this. And I've already lived out in the West Coast, and I came back to Michigan, and I'm still doing these shows. I've been back and forth across the state, the country. But,
yeah, I mean it's you're in the upper echelon, no question about that.
Whatever that means.
Well, it means like I see some people with YouTube channels and they have 5 videos, or I've seen some with 0 videos. Like, why do you even have a channel?
Yeah, you know what you need to, when you get time, you need to check out my community page. Because I put a ton of Duran Duran's remixes and all kinds
I saw all that. You had, I can't remember now. It was Beautiful Colors, I think that was what you put up. No, Taste the Summer.
Well, Beautiful Colors, Taste of Summer. I did Fame. Fame is up there.
That one I remember.
But yeah, I put a lot of Duran every day up there on the community page. A lot of remixes and stuff. And then my creative playlist, my Duran Duran creative playlist, that has almost 5,000 videos right there.
Wow.
I mean, you got to really, the community page, always Duran Duran. Go in my creative playlist, you'll see about 5,000 Duran Duran music videos.
Wow.
And that's not counting Arcadia, Andy Taylor, John Taylor. Roger Taylor came out with a song or some work.
I know. I can't remember the name of that band. I bet Tom knows. Something free bass or something.
There you go.
Like
Free bass.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, I had the 10 promo to Love Is Like Oxygen.
That was it. Love Is Like Oxygen.
I had the CD in a tin box.
I've never seen a physical copy of that.
I had a physical copy of it, but it was in a tin box, a tin container.
That was like it was like club music or something.
Yeah, he
was
DJing. Roger Taylor was DJing. But yeah, that cost me like $75 back in the day.
Wow. You
Back-
could have got 3 lunch wagons for that.
Well, I had my own record store, so I was international.
Oh, so you got the cream before it even went out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was international. I was always at the post office shipping out orders all around the world for 5 years. And all these custom forms I had to fill out.
What year was that?
I opened
That it started?
my eBay store. I opened that up 2003, 2002, and it lasted till 2008. I went all the way 2008, and then the market crashed, and then the whole world just. I lost a lot of buyers, and then I ended up owing eBay $425.
Oh, that is the worst when you have a balance. I always had them take it out right away.
But it was the market crash of 2008 that just took
That's
me.
about the time mine died.
You know, I was a CEO sales manager at Beat After Beat.
Yeah.
My name came from the Go-Go's. We got the beat.
I'll tell you, the I think it was 97 or 98. I had heard about eBay. They were exchanging Pez dispensers.
Oh yeah, Pez.
I guess that's why they created it or whatever. I remember something about that. One day I'm walking around the mall. I go into a video game store, and in there, what I call a turd pile, which is the bin of all the stuff they're trying to get rid of. So it's super cheap. And I saw a Nintendo cartridge. It was a NES cartridge, Bible Stories. And they wanted $5 for it. So I picked that up and I thought, you know what? I bet somebody would want this. I put it on there and made $20. And I said, wait a minute, this is a good idea. I did very little work. And I already made 4 times my investment. And that's when I started selling on eBay. And it lasted till about 2007, 2008.
Yeah, I still have an account with them. I'm still on eBay. I just don't
Me
have
too.
I just don't have anything to sell anymore.
Well, it also is so lopsided now. You can, if you're a buyer, you can complain about anything, even complete dishonesty. And you've got to accept that return back, and you've got to pay for the shipping both directions. So there's just no way to continue.
But my store has always had. I always made sure my store, because I was taking pictures and everything. I remember it was cool, and but my store always had 2,000 items in it at all times. I was always well stocked.
I never did anything of that volume.
Yeah, I did. I always had at least 2,000 items in my store at all time.
So what did you do with all your inventory?
I sold it to. I went to my local record stores here, and I sold it all to them. They bought the local record stores bought all my stuff. I didn't make anything, but I got rid of it.
Right. I'm trying to remember. There wasn't that big of a vinyl revival yet, right? In 2008?
No, people were still into CDs. I sold Italy bought all my heavy metal cassettes. Italy loved my cassettes. But I had big customers in Italy. They would buy like 20, 30 cassettes off of me in one time, one transaction.
I had one time I sent CDs to a guy in Afghanistan who was on the front line.
Wow. He bought something from me.
And there was the only reason I did it is because he said that to me, because I stopped sending international a long time ago before that because it was just such a hassle. especially if you had something of high value. There was a special customs form that had to be filled out. That was a much bigger pain in the ass. So I just stopped doing it. But when he said that, I'm like, all right, I'll make an exception for you, of course.
But I would have these countries that didn't know what the U.S. dollar equaled, and they would send me more money than I asked for. That they didn't understand the currency, the U.S. currency, so I would get an extra $50.
Wow.
Or $100. It would come out of like, what is this? $50.
That never happened to me.
I sold it for $5. I sold the cassette for $5, not $50. That somebody in Norway or the Netherlands sends me $50, a brand new $50 bill, and sends it to me. And I'm like, what's this $50? I sold the cassette for $5. But
that's a tough language to read, by the way. I never knew what they were saying.
But Italy was my biggest customer. They loved my cassettes for some reason.
I don't ever remember sending to Italy. Certainly the UK, certainly France.
My cassette singles, boy, they loved the cassette. I used to have bidding wars on my cassette singles.
That's nice, isn't it?
I think it was a TLC cassette single. I don't know if you ever heard of TLC.
Yeah, they did a remake of Ain't Too Proud to Beg.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, this TLC cassette single, I sold it. I had a bidding war. I sold it for $64.
And what did you pay? $2?
25 cents.
Wow. You definitely know how to get a deal.
So I always had bidding wars going on every week, and I got a lot of buy it nows, lots of auctions. I had lots of auctions going on. That's where I made the money.
Right. But yeah, you need people fighting over it. Yeah.
$64 for a TLC cassette single. I'll never forget that.
It's crazy.
But yeah, cassette singles, cassettes, and CDs. I really didn't sell any vinyl. I sold a lot of videotapes, a lot of music videotapes, VHS tapes, all music videos. Eric Clapton, Queen's Ride, bands like them, on VHS, concerts, but mostly cassettes, cassette singles, and CDs is what I specialized in.
Mm-hmm.
And, I used to clean them up real nice and put a new jewel case on them, make them look brand new again.
Smart.
And I used to always get compliments on them, on how nice they looked.
Yeah, the least said about Red Carpet Massacre, the better.
But you know what happened? Why I started cleaning my cassettes, I got pissed off. I ordered a cassette off of eBay. My first time ever buying anything on eBay, I bought a cassette. So guess what was in the cassette?
Oh God, I don't want to guess. Dirt.
We had.
I'm thinking of something worse. What?
We had sawdust and a dead bee in a cassette that I bought off of eBay. That was the first time I ever purchased anything, and it had sawdust and a dead bee, a dead wasp in it. I opened it up, and there's a dead wasp in it, and I'm like shaking it out. There's like sawdust in it. So I got pissed off, and I'm like, This is not the way to treat customers. Whoever the seller was, whoever sold me this cassette, I said, this is not the way to run a business. So I turned that around, and I got a hold of distributors, and I ordered hundreds of cases for cassettes and hundreds of cases for CDs. I always had distributors giving me all these new cases. So I would take the cassettes, the used cassettes or CDs, and clean them up real nice. I had a CD cleaner machine that
Wow.
took all the skips out of it and everything.
Oh, like a resurfacer?
A resurfacer, yeah. And I had that going on, and I started dishing out. I started selling what used cassettes and CDs should have looked like and sound like, and sell them on eBay. But I got sawdust and a dead bee in my cassette.
Not too long ago, a guy sent me a bunch of Betamax tapes, and the kryptonite to those tapes is mold. And you gotta look for them when you're looking at the thing. This stuff had so much mold in it that you couldn't see black in there. It was all that. I couldn't believe the guy sent it. There's no way he looked at them and
No,
put that in a box, or was clueless to what mold would do to one of those tapes. And that mold on your tapes, it ruins the machines.
so I always had UPS dropping off. I mean, I had distributors. I always had UPS out in front of the house there, and they drop off these big boxes of brand new factory cassettes, the cells, the shells, the
Right,
cases,
the cases. Mm-hmm.
in the CD cases. And then I had my mailers coming every month, my bubble wrap mailers, and put the invoice in there, seal it up, and send it out. I used to have like 30 to 50 orders every week. I was always at the post office. So
Those were great days.
I turned that around. I turned that around. I was like, customers should not get something like I got, or a cracked case. Customers shouldn't get a cracked case or anything like that. They should get a new case. The items should be clean and ready to go.
Well, they certainly should be opening them up to see if there's any wasps in there or dirt. Obviously, it wasn't taken care of. It was thrown in a garage or something.
Yeah, big ass wasp like that big. I opened up the cassette and bam, a wasp comes out in sawdust. I'm like,
I mean, I guess that's what happens when amateurs get on there.
but I got pissed off after that, and I turned things around. And boy, I got the customers. They're like, this looks like brand new.
Well, I mean, that won't even fly today. You know, that guy had to pay for the shipping and pay for the shipping back to him. So he lost money quite a bit.
Oh,
because he had his head up his ass.
Yeah. I made sure I was in the business. I made sure I wouldn't lose any business. I actually gained.
Right.
I gained. Like this cassette, I used to get so many compliments and 5-star, ratings. And and people were like, you had this unused, but you sent me brand new. I'm like, no, it's not brand new. I just cleaned it up and put a new case on. But people appreciated that. My customers appreciated that. Good to see you, Josie. Much love to you. If you're just coming in, Thomas Merriman and I had a challenge, and we both had a different kind of Oriental chips going on. He had I had the red pepper, and he had the pot, whatever. What is it? Pot something. Spicy hot pot flavor, numb and spicy hot. Okay, so Thomas Merriman had his own bag, and I had my own bag.
And just so you know, I lost badly. I mean, I was out in the first round.
Josie's got a challenge for me.
All right.
She wants me to try those Doritos Flamin' Hot chips with the lemon, with the lime.
I haven't seen those.
Doritos Flamin' Hot with lime. Josie wants me to do that.
You should do it.
Yeah, but I got a little something on the side, a little something special when I do her challenge. I got a little plan going on when I eat those. It'll probably gross you out, but she's challenging me to have those Doritos. And but I got a little surprise for her. I got something to go with those.
When is that going to happen?
It's going to be a special dip.
Ooh. What week is that happening?
Uh, whenever I'm done moving, I did tell you that I'm moving.
Yeah, you said you got a balcony.
Yeah, I've been moving all week. I've been boxing up all my things, and I'm moving. I'm gonna still live in the same community, but it's gonna be another building, and
Oh,
I'm gonna be on the third floor with a balcony, and I'm gonna have a cathedral ceiling in my apartment.
wow. That's nice.
So
And you said balcony, right?
yes,
Yeah, that's sweet.
the thing is, I can't. I have PTSD, and I can't stand people pounding above me. And
Oh,
I've been on the first floor for 3 years, and I can't handle it no more. So all the paperwork's done. Section 8 is approved of my application. The office here at the apartment complex, everything is signed, dated, and it looks like I move out of here May 1st.
there is nothing worse than having upstairs neighbors pounding. When I lived in Hawaii, there was a woman that lived above me, and I swear they would get up at 1 and 2 in the morning and start vacuuming and banging the walls every single night.
Yeah,
Hated it.
I can't handle it no more. So yeah, I'm moving on up to the third floor, the highest level in this apartment complex.
Scoot your chair out on the balcony and just observe life. It sounds sweet.
I think it's like $10 or $20 more a month.
That ain't bad at all. I would do that in a second.
But here is already I have picked out my outdoor furniture on Amazon, and this is going to be my balcony or furniture, my outdoor furniture. So I'll show you this. Let's see, I'll have to show you this. So here on Amazon, I found the ideal.
Oh, gorgeous.
It's wicker, and it's got a padding on the
And
chair
a table.
and a glass table. That's glass. It's
Gorgeous.
tinted glass. So I will be out on the patio this summer, and here's what I'm going to buy on Amazon for my outdoor furniture.
You can sit there with your lime Ricky, put it on the table. Well, you don't know lime Ricky? It's a drink. How about a whiskey sour? You sit out there with a whiskey sour and
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there it is. It's wicker glass table,
well,
and I'm going to be doing actually this summer. I'm going to get a tripod, and I'm going to set it up on my balcony, and I'm going to be sitting with you guys doing live shows out on the porch.
that is a great idea.
So we'll be
I would
having
like that.
coffee in the morning. We'll be having coffee, and I'll set up my tripod, and we'll go live on the patio this summer.
I think that's a great idea.
But I'm moving all this myself. Well, not really. I'm packing everything myself. I got a lot of things empty already. A lot of rooms are empty. Let's see, exit solo. Yep. I got my walk-in closet's totally empty. My linen closet's empty. All the cabinets, the kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinets are all empty. Everything's boxed up really good. And all the pots and pans are put in boxes already. But I did this all by myself. But guess who is coming to, because I have chronic pain syndrome, guess who's coming to move this stuff and move it up to the 3rd floor?
Fernberg.
Knights of Columbus.
Oh, Knights of Columbus. I thought we were going to finally get to see Fawn. She gets out of it again.
The Knights of Columbus, they had a meeting about me a couple of days ago. So they're getting ready to call me, and Knights of Columbus is gonna move my bed and everything on the 3rd floor.
Do you guys have elevators, or they got to hoof it up the stairs?
We got to go up the stairs.
Oh, those are some beautiful, God-like people.
Soldiers of God are coming to my door. I need help. I can't do this by myself. I'm in too much pain. My lower back is totally gone.
Well, you're not going to be able to move a bed up a bunch of stairs by yourself anyway, no matter what condition you were in. Some things you have to have help.
Of all people, the Knights of Columbus.
Yep.
So that is arranged. It looks like I'll be out of here May 1st. I don't have too much more to pack up. I pretty much got everything ready by the door. My clothes and my boxes. And,
when do you get the key to the new place?
Well, the office is going to send me a welcome packet, like welcome to the community or whatever. And they're going to give me my new address. And I know I'm in building 32. So the office told me it's building 28. And it's the 3rd floor of this apartment complex.
28? That must be massive, that complex.
It's a community. There's over 1,000 units.
Wow.
It's a community.
That is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I took you guys through for a drive.
Yeah, but the video couldn't really, you can't get the flavor of something that big from a video. You got to be there.
Oh, there's over 1,000 units all around me. There's nothing but nature around me. Woods. I'm kind of like, all right, 23 Mile Road. That's a busy road. It's 23 Mile Road is the busy road. So 23 Mile Road is that way. So I'm I'm like a half a mile in from 23 Mile from the busy road. I'm in the woods. This complex is built in woods. It's built in woods.
Do you have a fireplace at the new apartment?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
I was going to say, you could go out there, chop some trees down, and
wood. No, I don't have that kind of money to have. But so I'll be moving, and the Knights of Columbus is going to be helping me.
I think that's mighty nice of them.
And I wanted to show you guys this. They took the cover off the pool the other day, my outside pool.
Mm-hmm.
I got an outside pool. I got an inside pool with a gym.
Pretty sweet.
Let's see. Where's the pool? Oh, yeah. Here we go. They just took the cover off my pool.
Oh, wow.
There's my outdoor pool right there.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting ready to clean it up. That's the outdoor pool. And then in that building, you see, we have an indoor pool with a gym. There's also a gym in there. So
you ever run out there and do a cannonball?
Yeah, right. Not with my back.
I only moved once. That's a minor miracle, Tommy.
I only moved once, and now my landlord's son lives in the house. I should have bought that house when his son was still a kid.
Well, I mean, listen, the good news. Oh, that's why you moved, because the kid moved in. I got you. Well, that stinks. But
And
you've only moved once in your life. You've beaten the odds, because moving is one of the worst things you can do.
especially when you're in pain like I am. We're still getting snow up here, by the way. We've been getting
That's
rain.
crazy.
We've been getting rain and snow showers. Here, I'll show you a picture of my truck the other day.
Although we had a major doozy here last week. They had major flooding. Highway was flooded. Oh yeah.
There's an inch and a half of snow on my truck. That was 2 days ago up here in Michigan.
And Miss Carpenter, what did we get? I want to say something like 12 or 13 inches in just a couple of days. And we had a bunch of thunderstorms, lightning, and even pictures of communities, and the water was right up here covering the entire street and up to their houses. It flooded in quite a few places over here.
So, I'm glad I was able to show you some pictures, at least, of things. Tell you guys what's going on with me.
I think the Knights of Columbus are doing a real service there.
They have their own trucks, their own moving, or they got these big white trucks, I guess.
Really?
I mean, they're big.
Like box trucks?
Yeah, they're big.
That's nice.
They are big. Knights of Columbus is noted for having money.
Really?
They have a lot of money. Good to see you, Soy. It's been a minute. Thanks for stopping in. Please leave a thumbs up on the way in and on the way out the door. I appreciate the love and the support. And if you're just coming in, Soy, please rewind and check out the snack reaction both Thomas Merriman and I did today. But it's good to see you. Soy's from Taiwan, I believe. But yeah, I'm also going to ask them if they help me move in. I'm going to ask them if they can help me with furniture.
Wow.
And they can do that.
That'd be nice too, wouldn't it?
And they can
I bet they could.
Yeah, I'm not going to, again, I still don't have a living room furniture or a dining room set, and I've been here 3 years. I still don't have furniture. So I think if I ask the churches or ask Knights of Columbus, they got the connections. I'm sure they can come up with furniture for me.
Well, I mean, like, I've got a kitchen table. I think people have eaten there maybe twice. So, I mean, a lot of stuff you really don't need.
The only value furniture I have is my bed. That's
right, and that's the most important piece.
And they know that already. They already know that they have a queen size bed waiting for them to carry up to the 3rd floor.
What you got to do is talk them into one of those beds that goes like this.
Yeah, I know.
Those are sweet.
Knights of Columbus, the Catholic Church can help you with anything. They've helped me with food. They've helped me with clothing already. The Catholic Church does help.
The Catholic Church can help, huh? I didn't know that.
You really didn't know that?
No, I didn't know the Catholic Church went around and did stuff like that.
They sure do.
I knew the Mormons do.
Catholic churches, they do it even bigger.
Yeah, the Mormons walk around, they'll come to your house and mow the lawn or anything you ask them. They always ask, is there anything I can do for you? Full weeds?
Oh, Soy's in Saudi Arabia right now working.
Oh yeah, doing what?
I don't know what she does. What do you do, Soy?
Something to do with oil?
I hope not. You know what? She looks pretty clean every time I see her.
Boy, you can get some high dollars in the oil business.
She said hi to you.
Hi, co-host. Yes. Hello. There's no need to rewind and watch the chip eating. We called it a tie at the end.
Yeah, Soy subbed to me about 6 or 7 months ago. She's a cute little girl. But I think she does karaoke on her channel.
Yeah, Tom Baker was talking about they have karaoke bars over there, or karaoke. I don't know if he said bars or what. Karaoke club is what he called them. That doesn't really seem to be a thing around here.
Karaoke?
Well, karaoke club.
There used to be, I remember back in the 90s, there used to be karaoke bars around here in Michigan. But ever since COVID, all the bars shut down. There is no more bars.
Which is weird because some of those bars were like selling drinks that you could come pick up. They would put them in like bags.
Yeah, I think COVID really ruined a lot of businesses.
Certainly did. Any of the ones that were on lockdown, depending on what state you were in. A lot of states that you were only shut down for a few weeks.
Well, when all of this mess was going on with the COVID thing, I was living in Oregon.
Yeah, well, yeah, they probably locked you down.
Yeah, I was in isolation for 2 years. I was there.
Yeah, that sounds like Oregon. Yeah,
I was in isolation for 2 years, but I still got to go out. But I had to wear my mask. But I still went out, and I went to parks and I saw nature. I went to museums, and I went to Smith Rock, and I got all those Oregon videos on my channel.
How are you allowed to go into a museum during lockdown?
Well, I didn't go in it. I went. It was surrounded by nature.
Got it.
It was Deschutes. I lived in Deschutes County in Oregon. Deschutes.
Well, it's better than the shits Milwaukee. Fawn, you are very funny. But no, there's no chance.
There was like, before you even entered the Deschutes museum.
What did you say?
Whatever. Anyway, they would have nature before you entered the building. There was like otters swimming around. The otters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they are, right?
Yeah.
All kinds of nature before you entered the museum. So, but the museum was closed, but we still got to go through the gates to check out the water and everything they had going on. It was
so
nice.
Were you able to ride any of the otters, or they just kind of were standoffish?
Yeah, right. Everything was big. The hawks, the bugs, even the gypsy moths. The gypsy moths were huge.
Yeah, I'll pass on those.
And the crows were huge. The ducks were huge. Prehistoric looking animals, man. They were huge.
Just so you know, Fawn, I'm out of the chip eating business. I still have a stomach ache. And I think I only ate 3 or 4 of them. And that aftertaste is still there. I'm going to go lick a tire after this.
I hope it's a Uniroyal.
I don't care what it is. Something's got to get rid of that taste.
Uniroyal. I don't think you ever heard of Uniroyal tires.
No, I don't think I have.
Uniroyal is it's a Detroit tire. Uniroyal.
Uh-huh. They put them on the new cars?
Yeah, in Dearborn. Mm-hmm. Yeah. At the Ford Motor Company.
Mm-hmm.
Uniroyal. Yeah. So so all the paperwork's done, everything's signed, dated. I'm packing. I'm gonna get help moving, and then I gotta shut off the internet. I gotta shut off the electric, and I gotta shut off the gas.
And is the new place already wired for internet?
I don't think so. I think AT&T is gonna have to come out and install a new router or rotor, whatever. Router.
Oh, right. I'm just wondering if the wires are in the walls.
Yeah, they are.
They may just ask you to take your modem with you and just attach it yourself. That should
would be
save a lot of hassle.
And that would save me $145.
Make sure you let them know that's a possibility, and they might let you.
So I got my modem or router right out in the living room, like that big.
Right, and most of them are the same now. They're built-in modem/routers now. You used to have two different things.
But so I'm not going to have internet for about a week or so. But I don't go live every day anyway, or every week anyway.
Well, if they let you bring it, you should be in business day one.
So I got to shut everything off. I already got my change of address form. I went to the post office, and I got that going on. And I'll be getting new keys. I'm just transferring. That's what the office is calling it. I'm just transferring. I'm not moving. I'm moving, but I'm just transferring.
So that saves a bunch of paperwork, yeah?
Yeah.
That's great. COVID restrictions destroyed many great places. There were dark ages measures. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Some of it got a little ridiculous. Everybody was up for it at the start. They were like, sure, we'll stop the spread, no problem. Into year 2, it was a little something else. And in fact, I would be very surprised if we had something like that again. Depending on how long it takes to get to the next event, people are just not going to cooperate.
I still got a stack of brand new masks in my glove compartment in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
They're brand new. I got masks.
I'm sure I've got some around here.
Because Oregon, the stores in Oregon, they wouldn't let you in unless you had a mask on.
Oh, and even if you had a mask on, sometimes I got my balls busted at the movie theater. They didn't like the mask I had on.
Yeah, that was stupid. It's stupid.
Oh, I could have sworn. Oh, yeah, here's some.
Yeah, of course, Duran. Face mask. Look at that. That is cool. Another Duran face mask.
Well, I didn't keep any of the others.
Hey, if you're going to drop dead, you might as well drop dead in style, right?
I mean, right? You got to rep.
Look at those.
Whoops.
Arcadia.
Let's see, maybe like that. Hard to see that one. My hands on it.
Red Carpet Massacre?
Yeah, it was part of a pack, so I take the Red Carpet Massacre under protest.
Serious. Union of the Snake. Wow.
My favorite one is the Notorious one. It has that little Latin Rascals dude on there.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Red Devil. The dancing devil or something.
Yeah, he's got a little horn.
Yeah.
That must be in one of my jackets, old jacket. What's the problem here? Something's a problem in there. Okay. The last one.
Rio.
That's one of those big full face ones.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yep.
Damn, I could almost fit in those.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen, sometimes these are, I have to use these as underwear if I haven't done the wash.
That is awesome. Get you some of that, everybody.
Yeah, I'd be happy to auction those off if anybody's interested.
Oh, man.
Start at 1,000 a piece.
1,000 a piece.
Hey, those are collectors.
They are.
They're gonna be like those old photos you see of the first one in was it 1910, where it wiped out like half the population of the planet.
Oh, the Spanish flu?
Yeah, that was it.
Was that it?
Pretty sure.
18...
They called it the plague.
Yeah, the plague. It was like 1800 or 1800.
Was it?
I think so.
I thought it was like 19, somewhere in those early 19s.
1800, 1910 or something.
Yeah, somewhere in there. I was going to say 1912, but I think that was Titanic.
It's fun when people recognize the Duran Duran imagery because...
Yeah, some of those are deep cuts. Beat got them all and didn't even put up a sweat.
Nah, I don't put up a sweat too much. Not even with these tips.
You were calling them out before I could even get them up to the camera.
Your shirt looks like an Oingo Boingo shirt.
Yeah, you like this?
It's a party shirt. It's something that Oingo Boingo would wear.
Yeah, you're right about that. I don't know. Were they doing neon? I know they had a lot of weird death imagery.
Yeah, they did. They have a lot of cartoon skeletons and stuff. That's an Oingo Boingo t-shirt or shirt.
Yeah, I'm not a big Bon Jovi fan.
Yeah, by the way, Bon Jovi, I just heard, not that anyone cares, but Bon Jovi will be playing June 16th in Nashville, Tennessee, and no chance of Richie Sambora going to be playing, but it's going to be like a private show with Bon Jovi in Nashville, June 16th, I think, and tickets go on sale now, and they are $1,700 for a single person. And
must be some kind of fundraiser or something.
That's if he can still sing, but it's going to be only one concert in Nashville.
Yeah, it's got to be something for one of his charities.
I mean, so Bon Jovi's pulling off a Gene Simmons kind of thing with what Gene Simmons is doing nowadays. Now Bon Jovi's doing it. But
I'm blanking on the lead singer's name of Kiss. Paul Stanley. He did like a swing doo-wop record. I don't know if you saw that.
No, but
it was not. It was not Kiss. It was about the polar opposite. And I know David Lee Roth did like a lounge act in Vegas. Although now he's back to, singing the songs proper. So Gene Simmons, I never thought Gene Simmons was a great singer. So
no. So here's the deal. Nashville is the new LA. Everybody loves Nashville. They love to come to Tennessee. Tennessee's beautiful. People, they're not going to Los Angeles anymore for, entertainment. Nashville is becoming the new Los Angeles for entertainment. The new Sunset Boulevard, the new Sunset Strip. Nashville is the new Sunset Strip. And
Well, because they've got their own like Bourbon Street up there.
Kid Rock has a restaurant down there.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, that's the place to be if you want entertainment. Nashville is the place. It is the new Los Angeles.
In Austin too. Austin's got a
Austin, yeah. When I was in Los Angeles, going down Sunset Boulevard, and I was on the main strip, it was dead. It was dead. There was nobody walking on the strip.
Yeah, but they had a great run.
I was walking past the Roxy and the Kazari's, the Troubadour. I walked by all those places down there, and it was dead. There was no streets.
From the 60s up until through the 90s, that was the spot.
It's definitely different nowadays. Like the 80s are over. The limousines are gone. The Coke is gone.
Well, the prices for your rent there in Los Angeles are so high you can't afford to go to a show. And the shows aren't $4 anymore. They're several hundred.
Yeah, when I was there walking down Sunset Boulevard and everything, the streets, it was dead. You didn't see anybody walking down the streets. It's like, where is everybody? Isn't this supposed to be happening?
Can't afford it.
Nobody was on the streets.
The rents are insane there in LA. People are living 10 people to a house. And just renting out just like, okay, I get the kitchen over here on the dining room, and you can have the front room, and then there's a couple bedrooms that we have to split. They're doing shit like that because it's so expensive.
When I was down there, I was also looking for an apartment down there. I was in downtown Los Angeles, and I was looking at apartments. And
what year?
2013.
Oh, it was still, you could probably get something in 2013. You can forget it today.
Yeah, I was looking at apartments down there, and the cheapest I could come up with was in downtown Los Angeles was $3,000 a month for a studio. $3,000 a month for a studio in 2013. But I had access to the roof of the building. I could.
Well, here you can get a 2-bedroom for $650 a month.
Yeah, but I had access to the roof, and the landlord said I could have had parties up there or barbecues up there, but it was $3,000 a month for a studio.
But that's crazy money.
2013.
Crazy money. That thing's probably $5,000 now.
But I also had fun down there too.
Bon Jovi moved to Nashville? I didn't know that. He left New Jersey?
New Jersey. The album New Jersey.
He probably has a couple of spots, would be my guess.
So that's what's going on. People will pay for entertainment no matter what kind. They'll pay. They don't care if it's $2,000 a ticket to see Bon Jovi. They don't care. Maybe the swells will pay it. Maybe some people will do that, but you're not going to see me going. But I guess Nashville's the new Roxy, the new Troubadour.
If you're walking down that sort of Bourbon Street there in Nashville, where there's bar, yeah, you can afford to go in there and see what they're doing. But like a stadium or anything, I was watching this thing where the ticket people have bought all the stadiums and they're all in collusion. And that's why the ticket prices have gone up. Because all of the good tickets immediately go to the people that they're in business with, and then they immediately scalp them.
Oh, wow.
And that's why parking is $50 and $100 a spot to go. So I'm definitely priced out of that world.
But no chance of Richie Sambora coming back to Bon Jovi.
Which would actually make it interesting.
And Bon Jovi would make more money.
Well, he's probably got so much money it's not even a factor, right? At some point, I don't even know why he's doing that show. It must be for a charity. Otherwise, why bother? Look at U2. other than that thing they did in Vegas, they've been silent for nearly 20 years now.
Yeah, I like the early U2 stuff. You know, I like Boy and October, and you know, the early U2. I that's what I grew up with. You know, early
My
U2.
favorite is Octoon Baby.
Octoon Baby. Isn't
That's
the
the one I
fly
like.
in there?
Yeah, that's a good song.
But I like early U2. I think October is my favorite album.
I was never a big U2 guy.
I think I liked October a lot because my birthday is October 1st.
Mhm.
I like Pet Shop Boys October Symphony because my birthday is October. I like songs like Secret October.
Yep.
That's always been my song. That's always been my song. Secret October.
I get it. But I mean, U2's got, you know, a few good songs. Saturday, Bloody Sunday, In the Name of Love,
I Will Follow.
I Will Follow is pretty good. And then some, you know, are just like, I don't know about that. And then they got into the next phase, which was, what are they doing? You know, it just became like, I don't know, whatever you call as bland as you could make it. A 4-quadrant music. They lost their edge, no pun intended.
AI just completed a Black Sabbath album the other week, a few weeks ago. It's all AI. It's a Black Sabbath album, but AI did it. The vocals, everything.
Have you seen that mashup between Black Sabbath and Rio?
Oh yeah, I got the video of that in my
That's pretty crazy.
in my creative playlist. It's there. I got the video for it. It's already there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but AI just did a complete Black Sabbath album. It's done. It's for sale.
It's crazy. Some of those really do sound like. Have you? There's a trailer you can look up on YouTube after we're done here today. It's called Karen the Movie. It's all AI. It doesn't exist. But it is good enough to make you think there is a movie called Karen.
So I was listening to it, and it's like, wow, it's got Ozzy's voice. It sounds just like Ozzy. But I'm not into the AI stuff, the new generation. I'm not into it. I'm old.
Certainly not for original songs. No way. I don't think a computer. I mean, maybe it'll get there someday, but the humanity, that extra little magic in there, is not there.
No.
And some of the photos and stuff that they come up with are bizarre.
Oh yeah, everything's got a filter on it. You know, TikTok. Everybody's got a filter on them. You know.
Yep, I call it soulless.
It is. I mean, technology is very cold. Yeah.
Yep. The human component is what makes it interesting to humans.
But it doesn't.
That's why when you're watching a movie and you see all that green screen stuff,
yeah,
you know, your brain is telling you something's not quite right here.
No, it doesn't change the fact that I still love Kraftwerk.
Yep. They're still touring too. I just saw a picture of them the other day.
I love Kraftwerk. You gotta spend some time in my creative playlist, and it's massive. Adrian's addicted to it. She loses sleep over it, and it's massive. You would really enjoy my creative playlist.
I've never been the biggest Kraftwerk fan. I appreciate their influence on other bands that I like, but a lot of it doesn't hit for me.
Oh, Kraftwerk, Japan, Sakamoto. Never heard of Ryoichi Sakamoto?
Nope.
he worked with David Sylvian on some albums, Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Sakamoto, he passed away a few years ago, but
Oh, you talking about that guy who worked with? I know what you're talking about. He worked with
Brian Eno.
Thomas Dolby.
Yeah, he's worked with Thomas. Yep.
On field work.
Yes, that's Sakamoto.
Yes.
Right?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's come out with a lot of albums. Yeah, he passed away a few years ago.
I remember that. I wasn't connecting the name.
But my playlist is quite interesting. I got music, electronic music from France and Norway. I got bands from France, Norway, Belgium, up there, Germany. You can't understand what they're saying, but boy, the synthesizers and the beats sure sound good. So
that's what I like.
I got bands that you've never heard of before in my playlist.
Oh, I'm sure. Listen, I'm not that plugged in. I mean, I like what I like, and I couldn't tell you the formula why. But I was going to say The Weeknd actually did a few songs that sound like they were made in the 80s.
Yeah.
So he did a good job there.
What is this, Adrian? Love matters sandwiches? What the hell was that?
Fawn says she's eating tomato sandwiches.
Oh, Mater. Okay, I see what Adrian's saying. I love Mater sandwiches. So you were born and raised in California.
Yes, Los Angeles.
So you're not a Southerner.
I'm not. I got out of LA when it started circling the drain. It started in the early 90s circling the drain, and I got out about 97 or 98. I spent a couple years in Hawaii. Didn't care for that. And I was up in Washington for over 20 years, and now I'm here in the South.
Yeah, Adrian's got a really heavy Southern accent to her.
Yeah, she's an OG.
Yeah, we talk on the phone all the time, and sometimes I can't understand what she's saying, and then she calls me a damn Yankee.
But I will tell you, the people here are fantastic.
Yeah,
very respectful.
Yeah, I'm just thinking you and Adrian could hook up somehow.
Yeah, I told Sarah about it.
And you guys are like 45 minutes away from each other. And I think I just visioned that in my head, that you guys going out for a nice lunch or sitting outside or going to the park and having lunch together. I just visioned it.
I recommended a live stream.
But a park sounds good too with lunch.
You could do the stream from the park and the lunch. You can do it all.
I just thought I'd give you an idea.
Oh, no, I told Sarah. She said she's going to try to do that this summer. She's in school Monday through Friday, and she just passes out. That's why she doesn't even come back here very often anymore. She's sleeping.
Adrian really, really, really wants you to visit her.
I believe it'll happen.
She's alone in her son works all the time, and she's alone in that house all day, and she doesn't have nobody talks to her. She doesn't.
What does the son do? Do you know?
He works at a casino in.
There's a casino over there.
I guess Horseshoe or Memphis.
Memphis.
Maybe he works in Memphis.
He crosses the. Well, I've heard some people say they live in West Memphis, and I'm never understanding if that means there's a place called West Memphis on this side of the line, or they're actually going into.
I think it's like Tennessee. 35 minutes I think it's a 30-minute drive from where he lives in Horseshoe to Memphis to the casino. He works at a casino.
For only 30 minutes, I guess I'd do it too.
He makes good money.
Must be.
But
I
she's
mean, anywhere you go here is about 30 minutes.
I don't know. She's alone in that house when he leaves. You know, just she's had 8 strokes and.
Southland Casino in West Memphis, Arkansas. Yeah, so there is a Memphis in Arkansas. I thought that's what I heard. One of the people that works with my wife is in West Memphis, Arkansas, and comes all the way here to Searcy to work, which is crazy to me. But
Well, I think Adrian would cry in joy if you and Sarah visited her. She would literally.
well, I believe it will happen.
She would cry.
I mean, we got one thing we got here is plenty of sunny days.
I'm like 800 or 900 miles away from you guys, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's a couple day trip at least. I mean, 45, if I'm in the Little Rock proper, that's how long it takes me to get out there. I usually stop at North Little Rock.
Fawn is right below me. She's in Indiana. She's kind of like my neighbor.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get her down there too. We'll all be on the live stream. We're going to get Fawn on camera one of these days.
Shit.
You have to have goals.
Never. She works for the FBI, man. She's
the
part
journey.
Of Fawn is part of the feds. She ain't gonna show her face. She makes too much money. The feds take care of her.
Yeah, you get in with the feds. Sure. Well, you used to be. If you were in with the feds, you were okay. Doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
Yeah, Fawn's undercover.
Did you get offered a furlough, Fawn? To pay you off?
Good to see you, Life. Thanks for showing up. It's been a minute. Thank you for showing up. Mike is also one of my supporters. She's in the Philippines. Life Reality. Thank you for showing up.
There is my co-host in Missouri.
Oh, hold on.
Tough. There you go. It got a little more in focus. I don't know what that is.
Bye. Whoops, sorry. No. I'm messing up. Hold on.
I can't quite make out what that says.
This probably says Mickey.
Something cheese. Scotty the mouse?
You can put it closer to the screen if you want.
Well, then it goes out of focus.
Oh, I can almost see it.
OS Oscars cheese? Good. And then something about children. And then, well, that says Scotty. And that says, I think that says Oscars. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh, no, it doesn't say that.
Is that like a Chuck E. Cheese?
Osceola cheese. Osceola must be the name of the city.
You ever heard of Chuck E. Cheese?
We still have one here.
Oh, wow.
And you know what? I drive by there and it's always packed.
Hell yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is fun. I used to go there in the 80s.
Yeah, well, that's back when it was happening, yeah. We even had one in, you could go to Tacoma and they had one open for a while. But then eventually it closed. But we have an OG Chuck E. Cheese in North Little Rock.
Wow. That's like the last Blockbuster I went to in Oregon.
Yeah, I always wanted to make that journey, never did.
I was in there. I went in there like 3 or 4 times. Bought some shirts in there, and some keychains and a bumper sticker.
Well, for a while there, they would let you rent it out for the night. I wanted to do that. You could sleep there.
Oh yeah, that's why those people had. That's why those people had pajamas on when I was in there. Anyway, yeah, I went to the last Blockbuster.
And I think I heard that closed recently.
Oh, did it? Well, people used to get their pictures taken in front of that building, and I'd see motorcycle gangs.
I'm surprised the city didn't want to take that over and keep it open as like a little museum.
It's nice and clean. It was really nice and clean.
I mean, some places have the biggest ball of yarn or the biggest thimble or the biggest thermometer. Why not have the last Blockbuster you can go in as a museum?
It brought in people all around the world, that's for sure.
And it still could. I don't know. I think there's a lack of vision over there in Bend.
Bend, Oregon.
Or maybe they think it's passé. I don't know. I mean, once, certainly my generation, but the millennials, maybe even a chunk of Gen Z, once they're gone, they're not going to know what Blockbuster was.
When I was out there in Oregon, I was looking at land too. I was looking at land. I was able to buy 2 acres of land out there. That's how
they
much
got plenty of land.
I had money at one time. I had thousands of dollars at one time, but I was looking at land and I was talking to contractors and everything, and $5,000 an acre, but didn't have anything to build with.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
I had money to buy land in Oregon. I was going to do it, really.
You can buy land here all day long. Problem is, it's just a piece of land.
That's it.
It's got to be wired. You need a road. You need electricity, water. Yeah, but you can get land cheap here. Cheap.
I got an old security friend, an old security guard friend that I met when I was in Oregon, and he lives on Christmas Valley. You ever heard of Christmas Valley or Christmas Island?
I've heard of Christmas, just not Christmas Valley.
Christmas Valley. He lives there. An old security guard friend of mine, and it's just him and his little dog out there in no man's land in Christmas Valley, I guess it's called. And then he comes into town, and picks up these big jugs of water and things, and then takes it back out there where he lives, out there in no man's land. There's no lights out where he lives. There's no lights.
Well, have you heard of the Salton Sea?
The Salton Sea, yeah.
There's people that just camp out there now. They just made a little community. They don't have anything, and they have these little, like, old RVs and sort of these little shacks they just built on land they don't own, and they all have a little community out there. And then somebody's got to go drive into the nearest town and load everybody up once a week.
I think this is it. Yeah. Yeah, this is where my friend Chris lives. Just him and his little dog. He's not married or nothing, no kids. He's only in his 30s.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a young man's game, yeah.
Oops. Yeah, here we go. I just looked it up. Yeah, Christmas Valley.
Oh, yeah, gorgeous.
Christmas Valley.
The problem is, when you get older, you want to be closer to a hospital.
Well, Ben, yeah, this is pictures of Christmas Valley. He lives out there, and he drives into Bend to pick up his supplies, and then goes back out and lives. That's where he lives. But the hospital, the big hospital in Oregon in Bend is St. Charles.
Right, but I mean, you got to have access to that. I mean, do ambulances go out that far where he is?
He definitely drives a few hours to get out there. And
Yeah, I mean, that's, something happens. That's a tough one.
but St. Now I've been to St. Charles Hospital. I've had doctors when I was out in Bend. St. Charles had they had a helicopter pad. I remember they had a helicopter at St. Charles.
Yeah, I guess they could fly it out there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to see the bill.
yeah. But I had a few doctors out there. I had a primary doctor at St. Charles Hospital. But yeah, that's where he lives, Christmas Valley. It's pitch
I mean,
black.
an ambulance ride now is between $2,000 and $3,000. So I can only imagine what the helicopter is.
An ambulance ride is $3,000. Wow,
$2,000 to $3,000.
wow. When I was getting those rides in the ambulance, it was only $500.
No more.
Wow. Yeah, I've been in the ambulance a few times because of anxiety and my PTSD. I've had breakdowns.
So you'll want to be close to a hospital.
So all I know is that they got a helicopter pad with St. Charles and Bend.
Mhm.
Real fancy, really big hospital, really beautiful hospital.
Well, I mean, even my wife's hospital has a helicopter pad.
Yeah. So I guess my friend Chris isn't afraid to be out there with his little dog.
Well, I mean, he's a young man. The younger you are, the more risks you're willing to take.
But he has his own camper out there, RV or something out there in the desert. And it gets cold down, especially in the wintertime. It gets
I believe it.
minus 30 out there in Christmas Valley. Minus 30.
There is a guy on YouTube. He's up in Canada. And he bought a dilapidated, falling down house on an island over there. And he has a whole series of videos of him boating over there and rebuilding it. And then the surrounding land that he got. Very interesting what he's doing. He's got a girlfriend or a fiance or something that helps him out too. And they're living off the land. They cut down trees for their wood and they're cooking. And they got some goats for whatever goats do.
Well, goat milk and cheese.
And they got to be having some chickens there pretty soon, I'm guessing. You ever had chicken cheese?
No.
I try to get beak-free chicken cheese.
Wow, 2 hours and 43 minutes into the show.
Yeah, I guess it's time for me to jet. I know I'll be making dinner here pretty soon. I want
Yeah.
to thank you, sir, for letting me on your taste show, and you win. Clearly, I'm not half the man you are. I am
Right.
still sick off 5 chips.
No, you're not.
I do not feel well. That was not great. And it still
Really?
tastes. Yeah, it's just like. Ugh. I thought I was going to have a problem. I don't eat chips anymore.
Yeah, I eat tortilla chips with salsa, and
That I'll do.
that's diabetic friendly.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So
I
I
love
got
salsa and chips.
I got cheese sauce, like a big jar of cheese sauce. You just warm it up, dip your tortillas in the cheese,
Hmm.
but I don't eat this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't eat this.
I mean, a typical meal for me now is 2 or 3 slices of roast beef and a couple pieces of cheese. That's a meal.
See, your body changes as you get older. You're changing. Your body is telling you it doesn't want certain things in its body. because it can't
Right.
handle it anymore. It can't handle it. I love chocolate milk and pizza. Okay. I'll take
Yeah.
chocolate milk and pizza, right? I can't eat it.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had a pizza. It has to have been a while. We went out and got some barbecued ribs. I think it was Wednesday. By the time the ribs got to the table, I had one bite. Couldn't eat anymore.
All right, Thomas. Thank you for having me. Thank you for
No,
spending
thank you, sir.
afternoon. But this is already scheduled. It's already on the channel. It's already ready to go. But this Cheetos steak flavor, that's going to have to be after I move into my new apartment. I can't do this. I don't have enough time to do this one. But I do have enough time to do new release Tuesdays coming up for Tuesday. I do have enough time for this, but all papers are signed and dated. Section 8 is approved. My apartment is empty and ready to go. My new apartment is waiting. Brand new carpeting.
Wow, that's
brand
nice.
new paint job. Brand new lighting. And everyone at the office says you made the right decision, Gerald.
Oh yeah, it sounds like it.
It's ideal for you with your health issues, with your PTSD. They say you're not going to hear anybody ever again above you. Maybe some squirrels going
Maybe, but I don't know. Do they? With those cathedral ceilings are real nice.
Cathedrals. Yeah, I'm going to take you on a tour. I'm going to take
Yes.
you guys on a tour of the apartment once I get in, and I'll take you in every room, and I'll take you on the balcony, and I'll show you around all the nature I'm surrounded by. For another another 10 or $20 a month.
I think sitting out there on the balcony having your morning coffee is a great idea for a show. We tried to do something similar with the Star Trek thing, but Paramount jumped on our ass within 10 minutes.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm thinking, well, I could just sit here and stand up my tripod in the corner of the balcony, just right there, and have a cup of coffee and do a show right here on my patio.
Why not? I think it's a great idea.
It's coming this summer.
Well, all right. All right, I'm going to check out, sir. Thank you for letting me be a star today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat that was nice and put up with me today. Thank you for the kind words. And even the people that didn't like what I was doing. As long as I'm getting some attention, that's good enough. So hasta la vista.
That's that. Yeah, patio show. How about that? Yeah, I could call it Daddy's Home. Something like that. Well, once again, I am the winner in any event. I have made it to the next round coming up. Please make a Cash App donation for further shows. I appreciate that. Every dollar or two helps in Cash App to continue on doing these shows. Can't do it without donations. I cannot afford to do it. I appreciate it. 2 hours and 50 minutes into the show this Saturday afternoon here in the Motor City, 57 rocking degrees. Yep, I am a trained professional. Whatever that is. It's in my community page. I made a comment the other day. I put down, I'm a trained professional, and I got 2 thumbs up on it. So, there you go. I could be a professional plumber. I don't know. It could be anything. but I am a trained professional at something. I just don't know what it is yet. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the show, and hope you guys had a blast. And, thank you all for showing up. Please leave a like, thumbs up on the way in and out the door. This is Beat After Beat's 300th live video. We get reached 300. This is the 300th video. And I will be getting a milestone, and I'll be sharing it with everybody. I'll be doing a short, and I'll be posting my certificate in the Creative Play or the community page. So right after I shut down, I will be getting a milestone certificate issued to me. And I'll be glad to share it with everybody. So you can't, you can't say anything about Thomas Merriman. I mean, he did have 5 chips. At least he had 5 chips, and he knew when to stop. But I've been doing this so long. I just go right through these. I just tear these right up. I appreciate everybody watching today. Please leave a thumbs up. Please share out my videos. Very important. Thomas did good today, yes. And he had his scissors to open up the bags. Getting ready to shut down this evening. It's been a pleasure to have all you guys in the chat today. Probably really not going to have any dinner tonight. I'm still kind of full from these chips. They were thick chips. Probably not going to have anything major. But yeah, Beat After Beat will be moving soon to another location in this community I live in, but with a balcony and cathedral ceiling. That is going to be my new apartment. Balcony and a cathedral ceiling. And we're going to spend the summer out on my patio. I will be getting brand new patio furniture next month. We'll be out there having coffee and everything, enjoying the nature surrounding me on the patio. And we'll get a tripod going, and we'll put up this phone in the tripod and set it in the corner of the patio, and I could be sitting here or something on the patio, and stand it up on put my phone on the tripod, put it in the corner, and go live, and have coffee with you guys. So that could work. Coffee with beat? I don't know. Well, I'm glad everybody liked my hair today. I appreciate that. Yeah, everybody loves my hair. And, yes. Yep, coffee with Fawn, coffee with Adrian, coffee with everyone that that came in the chat today. Life Reality, Tails, Tom Baker, Soy, Josie, Lizzie Pop, all my wonderful mods out there. Appreciate you to the fullest. Again, this show has been sponsored by Scully Pop. Go check out Scully Pop. Tell them I sent you over there. Give them some love, Scully Pop. This show is sponsored by Scully Pop. Without Scully Pop making a cash app donation, this show would not be possible. So go over there and thank Scully Pop. Getting ready to shut down for tonight. Yeah, the duck is still there. On. I'm looking for a different format to be in. I'm trying to get off of the StreamYard. But right on. Get out of the car along here. No, actually, I had like a few years. Well, when I was in Oregon, I had like 8 inches cut off. When I was in Oregon, I went and got 8 inches cut off. My hair used to be down to here, like down to my stomach. Yeah, in Oregon, I got 8 inches cut off my hair. All right, getting ready to shut down. Yeah, I once had additional 8 inches of hair. Additional at one time. But thank you for showing up. Please share out my videos. Wow, it's 6 o'clock already. Well, that's it for this Saturday afternoon. I'll be back around for new release Tuesdays coming up. 5 o'clock, I believe, Eastern time. New release Tuesdays. And then we got another snack reaction next Saturday. We got the Squid edition. For next Saturday, be there. And I'll do my damnedest to make it for my show Tuesday, new release Tuesdays. This has been a Beat After Beat presentation. Daddy's home. Good night, everyone. Good night, Vaughn, Adrian. The Beat After Beat presentation. Exotic Snake Reactions. Much love to the fullest. Catch the rhythm.
rhythm and fight, fight, beat after beat. Vibes don't stop. Turn the city up, feel the bass drop. Bay Area
Much
legends,
love.
we're top notch. Hip hop kings, let the beats knock. From the vibe, it's a
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone.
fight, fight, fight.
See you Tuesday. New release Tuesdays.
Turn the city up, feel the bass drop. Bay Area legends, we're top notch. Hip hop kings, let the beats knock.
Much love.